Hello, hello! Hi, everybody! Do you know what is celebrated on April 23rd? The book day! And that's today! Are you ready for a new story? Here we go! The story is called Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood. This is the story of a dear little girl and her grandma. The little girl loved her grandma, and she loved the little girl so much too. One day, the grandma decided to knit a red hood for her little granddaughter so that she wouldn't get cold. It suited her so well that she never wanted to wear anything else. That's why everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood, because she always wore the red riding hood that her grandmother gave her. One day, the grandmother got sick. She caught a terrible cold. Little Red Riding Hood's mommy had a wonderful idea. I'm going to bake a cake for your grandma and get some milk. You can go visit her and take all this in a basket. Remember, go straight to your grandma's house and don't talk to strangers, her mother cautioned her. Don't worry, Mommy. I'll be careful, replied Little Red Riding Hood. But when Little Red Riding Hood noticed some beautiful flowers in the forest, she forgot her promise to her mother. She picked some flowers and played with her friends, the animals. Later on her way to her grandma's house, she met a wolf, which approached her. "Where are you going, little girl?" the wolf asked. I'm on my way to see my grandma. She's sick and she needs some food, Little Red Riding Hood responded. What's in your basket? The wolf asked. A yummy cake that my mom baked for my grandma and some milk. Where does your grandma live? She lives through the forest, behind some trees. Okay, I need to go, said the wolf, and he ran as fast as he could to get to the grandmother's house earlier than the little girl. When he reached the house, he knocked on the door. Who is it? asked Grandma. It's me, Little Red Riding Hood, replied the wolf, changing his voice. Oh, how lovely! Open the door and come in, my dear, said the grandma. The wolf opened the door and he let himself in. The grandma was terribly scared. She jumped out of bed and ran away as fast as she could. Then the wolf put on Grandma's clothes and got into bed. He would wait for the little girl to get there. Soon afterwards, Little Red Riding Hood reached the house. The door was open, so she walked right in. Hi, Grandma. How are you feeling? asked the little girl. I'm feeling a little bit sick yet, said the wolf. Grandma, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with. Grandma, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with. Grandma, what a big nose you have. All the better to smell you with. Grandma, what big teeth you have!
All the better to eat you with!
Shouted the wolf. Suddenly, the wolf jumped out of bed and approached the little girl. She ran across the room shouting, "Help! Help!" as loudly as she could. A lumberjack who was in the forest heard the loud scream and ran to the house. The wolf ran away, and Little Red Riding Hood never saw the wolf again. Then they both went home and felt relieved when they found Grandma there. Little Red Riding Hood learned a very important lesson. She would never ever talk to strangers again. The end. Did you like it? I did.
Me too.
That's wonderful. Bye.
Bye-bye.